Welcome to Tent Talk, the podcast with Nancy McCready, where we talk about life under the big tent of God's presence and the provoking process of discipleship. Here we go.
I'm glad to be back with you today, focusing in on a particular quote, if you will, that I shared in recent episodes. It continues to drill down deep within me, and I want to continue to speak of it for emphasis, for repetition, that it might then give you the opportunity to think upon it. It is the dangerous beauty of mature sons. And these sons are those who live for the pleasure of the Father, and therefore they are dangerous to darkness, absolutely useless to religious systems, and deeply inconvenient to the ways of man. There's a dangerous beauty in these mature sons. They don't carry polished beauty or curated beauty. Years ago, I learned of a thing called impression management, and the facades and the images that we try to project. That's not these sons. That's why their beauty is a bit dangerous. It's not the external beauty. That's why when you speak of the beauty of sons, it sounds unusual, almost like saying the masculinity of the bride of Christ. But it is a beauty that is internal, because it's Christ being formed in us. So it doesn't come from, charisma, gifting, or performance, or just being, so well put together. Again, impression management. No, it's definitely not the polished beauty of the platform or of image management. It's the dangerous beauty in mature sons who have allowed themselves to be broken, emptied, stripped, purified, and forged by the hidden dealings of the Father. It's speaking of men and women who above all else seek this one thing, the pleasure of their Father. And because they seek His pleasure above self-preservation, above reputation, above comfort, above ministry ambition, they become dangerous to darkness, absolutely useless to religious systems, and deeply inconvenient to the ways of man. And my friends, this is why hell fears such people. It's not because of them, because of their hype and bravado, and they're so anointed, and hell's so afraid of them. No, it fears such people because they have an exclusive allegiance to the Father. Not out of a cultish fervor, not out of fanaticism, not even out of duty or their own virtue. They have an exclusive allegiance that's been brought forward out of the very life of Christ. It's Christ being formed in them. Hell fears Christ, not us. But if Christ is being formed in us, that means there are many sons now of glory. Many sons who have been broken of their own hubris, their own self-reliance, their own self-promotion. They are no longer led by lusts or impulses of the flesh. They're maturing. And that is a beauty that really can't be described in human terms. Hell doesn't fear them because they're loud or impressive, but it's because they can't be bought, manipulated, intimidated, seduced, discouraged, or governed by the fear of man. Romans 8:14 says, "For all who are led by the Spirit of God are sons of God." Now think about that. For all who are led by Holy Spirit, remember the same one who led Jesus. And if there are those men and women who right now are hidden, maybe even thrashing about a bit, who are being forged in the fire of God's internal presence within them. These are not fans of God, admirers of God, occasional attendees around God. These are sons who are learning what it means to abide, who are being taught by the Lord himself. Isaiah 54:13. All my spiritual children shall be disciples of the Lord, taught by him and obedient to his will, and great shall be their peace and undisturbed composure. This bears repeating. This bears a deep meditation. For those who are being led by the Spirit of God are sons of God. They're born of him. They have an exclusive loyalty to the Father. They are led, governed, possessed, moved by another life. For the maturing son is no longer asking, what will benefit me? They are asking, Father, what is your heart's desire? What are your thoughts about this? Father, what pleases you? And that question changes everything. Father, what is it that you desire? You see, that will always come out of a place of knowing him and having been deeply satisfied by him. So that when he is meeting the needs of his sons, their attention is able to turn to him. Say, you have so deeply satisfied me with love, nurture, care. You've met my every need continuously, deeply. So what is it, Father, that you desire? You see, the beauty of mature sons is not some kind of softness. It's not human beauty. It's not external. It's those who have been conquered by his love, devastated, I would say, in the most amazing way. Jesus is our pattern. I mean, he's the one. And in John 8:29, he said, I always do what pleases him. In John 14:30 and 31, Jesus said, I do what I do so the world will know I love the Father. This is the terrifying beauty of Christ. For this is the Son that cannot be drawn away, cannot be captured by the enemy's wiles and outwittings. This is perfect power under perfect submission, absolute authority that comes from absolute oneness. Jesus was dangerous because nothing in him could be negotiated away from the Father. Nothing the world offered, nothing religion or the ways of man, not friends, not anyone, and nothing could cause him to be separated from the love of the Father. Therefore, darkness had nothing to hook into. Religion could not control him. Politics could not own him. Crowds could not define him, nor sway him by their flattery or their attack. Even death could not stop him. Why was this? Because his entire existence was oriented toward the pleasure of the Father. He had received and received of the Father. He had grown up in the Father's love and absolute companionship and union. This is why mature sons become dangerous to darkness. It's not because they're trying to be radical or fanatical, but it's because of their oneness with the Father. They know him, and they know the love that he cherishes for them. You see, darkness survives on self-preservation. Darkness looks for places where we're uncrucified. And darkness survives on agreement with fear, agreement with pride, agreement with lust, agreement with independence, agreement with offense, agreement with self-protection, agreement with my own preferences. But you see, mature sons have gone into the cross deeply enough that darkness finds no partnership within them, because the Father has revealed and exposed what's really happening. The Father has educated his sons so deeply that sons can no longer be manipulated. These are the sons of this hour that are being raised up, not in pomp and circumstance, but just in the quiet oneness with the Father, just moving about their day. They look like ordinary people because they are. They're the ordinary ones, right? Because what other kind are there? Nobody's just some extraordinary special human. No, we have the living Christ, the indwelling, living, resurrected, ascended, seated Christ within us. We are one with him, sharing in everything he is. We would only have any dangerous beauty because we are sharing in the life of the dangerous and beautiful one. Because when you cannot be bribed or pampered or spoiled, hell loses its hold on you. And you're going to move forward with your eyes wide open. Not in the early days of a zealous, fantasy religion, but in a very sober, open-eyed, fully aware state of knowing I've seen the reality of him and of who I am without him, and I'm under no illusions about the source of my greatness. It's him. The source of my sound, the source of my capacity, the source of my loyalty. It's him. And when a man has been delivered from himself and unto the Father, no longer striving to do better and no longer condemned when he can't, the one who has been lovingly dealt with by his Lord. Now this is the dangerous beauty of mature sons. Those who live to please the Father, therefore, they are dangerous to darkness, absolutely useless to religion, and deeply inconvenient to the ways of man. I pray that we will allow him to bring us forward as he pleases. to do with us as he pleases. Because at the deep, deep essence of that is trust. I trust my Father. This is dangerous to darkness, useless to religion, and inconvenient to the ways of man. Enjoy your day. I love you all. Until next time.
For more information on Nancy, please visit nancymccready.com or follow her on social media at NBMcCready.